All right. German news editor convicted for satirical photo montage of far-left interior minister given 7-month probation. The Germans are just determined to live in a fascist state. They just want to live in a let's just say an authoritarian state. They don't care what it's called. They don't care if they call it, democracy or fascism or whatever. Just as long as the people in power give them absolutely no freedom. In a sign of deteriorating levels of freedom of speech and attacks on the press, a German court has slapped the editor-in-chief of Deutschland Courier, David Bendels, with 7 months probation, according to the newspaper. The Bamberg District Court found that a satirical photo montage about Federal Minister Nancy Faeser to be an instance of defamation against political figures under paragraph 188 of the German Criminal Code. Now, they passed a law to make it illegal to criticize German politicians if the German politicians don't like it. The photo montage was shared in Bendel's newspaper, and she is seen holding up a sign that reads, "I hate freedom of expression." The satirical creation was based on a real photo of Faeser where she was holding a "We Remember" sign to mark Holocaust Remembrance Day. So I think she's maybe missing the whole spirit of the thing. Politicians are also chiming in with their opinion on the verdict. AFD MP, so that's the scary far-right party over there that doesn't want to throw journalists in prison for criticizing them. I guess that's what makes them far-right these days in Germany. She wrote on X, "I believe that one must be able to believe that Miss Faeser hates freedom of speech. And if she reports something like that and then gets sentenced to 7 months in prison, it's no longer an option. It's apparently a verified fact. They'll probably throw her in prison now, too." One of Faeser's most controversial statements during her term of Interior Minister was, "Those who mock the state must be dealt with by a strong state." Did Hitler ever say those exact words? Because I feel like those are the kind of exact words that Hitler might have said. Those who mock the state must be dealt with by a strong state. Uh, d- Could a politician say something more chilling than that? Could a politician make it more clear that they hate you, that you do not have a right to your own speech, you do not have a right to your own conscience? Those who mock the state must be dealt with by a strong state. These are harrowing words from far-left German Interior Minister Nancy Faeser. That's putting it lightly, I would say. J.D. Vance is 100% right about Europe and about Germany in particular. 100% right. The SPD politician is pushing to introduce 13 new measures to clamp down on right-wing extremists, which is apparently anybody who criticizes her. But these extremists will inevitably be the rival anti-immigration AFD party. Exactly. Faeser actually filed the criminal complaint herself, which is part of a general trend of German politicians filing criminal complaints against citizens for insults and memes. You know, we need to look something up. Hold on one second.
Fact check.
They have a section 188 of the German Penal Code, which addresses defamation of persons in the political sphere. This law has been in place for some time and imposes stricter penalties for insults and defamation directed at politicians compared to ordinary citizens, with potential fines or imprisonment. But yeah, they do have a law that makes it where you can be prosecuted for criticizing specifically politicians, where it's stricter penalties for insults or defamation directed at politicians compared to ordinary citizens. This is all the kind of stuff that Mark Carney would like to bring to Canada, by the way, obviously. I'm sure he would love to prosecute Canadians for criticizing him. So this is the kind of lunacy. This is the kind of lunacy that Mark Carney wants to bring to Canada. He wants to bring us closer to this. Total and utter lunacy. Clearly satire, clearly free speech. In any sane society, it's free speech. If you're being given probation or prison time, even if it's probation, you're not in a free society. To me, this is extreme censorship. This is, again, just straight on the way to totalitarianism. This is just hopping and skipping on the way to totalitarianism. It's total insanity. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.